Welcome back to the channel, BS Gang. If you're new, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also, shout out to our members again. This time, I'm gonna try and get it in front of the game, so that way it can actually show the members, right? But yeah. So there has not been any content in this game, for a little bit actually. Now, when I say like content, I mean like things to do, right? So we have Hawk, which is cool, I guess, right? We have Hawk. Nuke him, you get a rewards, you go to the exchange shop, right? We also have this disaster event, which gives us 72 gems for basically free, and, Camilla. But outside of that, there really hasn't been much. I'm going to be honest with you guys. That's why there hasn't been a lot of videos up and going on the channel. There's just not much to record on the game. Like, it's kind of just, man, at the moment, it's just kind of dead. I don't think it's dying. I just think it's dead at the moment. There's really nothing to do, right? So if we go into the event section, we haven't had a final boss in, I believe, 2 months, which is kind of crazy because at the bare minimum, we waited a month, right? Or at the most, we waited a month for a final boss to return on global, or just for a new final boss in general, right? It's been 2 months since we had a final boss, and the One Escanor is coming out basically in 2 weeks, right? Or 10 days or something like that, right? What final boss are they gonna throw out for us? Because if I remember correctly, we're supposed to get Bond next, right? And if we're getting Bond next, I believe it's either, I can never remember off the top of my head what it is, and it kills me. It's either Valenti or it's Mono that's supposed to come out for Bond and Elaine, right? But they're not gonna come out, which means, Escanor, what content are we gonna have for Escanor? Are they just gonna re-release a final boss? Because I don't know. The final boss Bond and Elaine, they're back on JP. They haven't, had final boss Elaine and Bond in 6 months, right? 6 months ago was when they dropped. That means we don't have content from 6 months ago from JP, which is kind of crazy when you think about it like that, because global usually is fast on events, they're fast on updates, they're fast on a lot of things, but you would think that they would be quick with the final bosses, and no, we haven't had one in 2 months, which is actually insane because that's a lot of gems missing, right? You get 35, I believe, yeah, 35 gems if you, get top 10%, I believe, on the final boss rankings, right? I think we can check. Okay, maybe we can't check the rewards, but yeah, I believe it's like top 10%, you get 35 gems, which is nice to have. We haven't had it in 2 months, so that means we're missing out on gems, which sucks, right? It does suck a lot, because I know a lot of people are going to want to summon on the one, especially with this banner drop. Me, myself, I went crazy. I don't know why I went that crazy into the banner. I'm almost 3 rotations in. I really just wanted Ludo, right? I just wanted Ludo, man. But they are not throwing your boy a bone, man. They are just not throwing your boy a bone. And I hate it, but that's fine. I know a lot of people are going to want to summon on Escanor's banner, but without the free-to-play gems, there's just, you gotta buy gems. Like, there's no other option. You pretty much have to buy gems, unless, you've been saving up, you skip the banner, which is smart, by the way. That's very, very smart if you did skip this banner, or if you are skipping this banner. It's very, very smart. PvP gems are nice, but that's not enough. You only get them weekly, right? And if you get Champion 1, that's 60 a week. And considering if you did, go crazy on this banner, you're only gonna have like 100 and maybe at most 180 gems to summon on the one's banner, or maybe 120. But yeah, there just hasn't been a lot of content, especially with the Tower of Trials. Tower of Trials, we got the free-to-play friendly one, but that one was more so like, it wasn't even that difficult, and I don't even think there were gems involved in it, so that kind of sucks. We haven't had a real Tower of Trials in a month. Like, we really haven't had one in a month, which is kind of insane when you think about it, because that, again, that's gems missing. and potential, items that we could have got for free, or just things that we could get in general from the tower trials. So you get a lot of good stuff from the tower, right? And it sucks that they're holding back on it. I do think that they're holding out for the first year anniversary, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, we need content in the game right now, because otherwise it just sucks. I'll be honest, the game just kind of sucks, because it is a PvP based game, right? PvP is one of the main focuses on this game. But the problem is that if you don't have PvE content and all you're focused on is PvP, that's very, very bad for the longevity of games. I mean, if you look, all right, let's take a look at Naruto Blazing, for example, right? I mean, it might not be the best example, but let's take a look at it, right? When they introduced PvP, they introduced, Blazing Bashes, which was kind of garbage, and then units just became geared towards PvP, and they really couldn't be used in PvE. You know what I mean? So if you have a game like that, it just kind of kills it. So hopefully Grand Cross does not go down that road where they do, they aren't releasing content because they're focusing on the PvP side of things. I mean, again, we do have a couple of things we could do in the game, right? It's not like completely dead. It's just kind of boring, because we have the special events. You get a couple things, once you beat them. But to be honest, no one really wants to do this stuff, man. No one really wants to do this, because you only get to do it 5 times a day, which is kind of stupid in my opinion, but it's fine. Fort Solgris, or the Sarah Spire, whatever they're calling it now, right? You can only do this the limit of 5 times, and you gotta wait like a day and a half for all of your keys to recharge. And then this is more so just for farming anvils, which isn't that great, right? You got the gold stage, of course, but that takes your arm and leg. It just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not, looking at the good side of it, but I mean, I don't know, man. It's just kind of been boring lately on Grand Cross. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Mainly, if you guys have even peeped out the channel, there hasn't been that many uploads, and there hasn't been much traction towards it, because no one really is watching Grand Cross, other than the big ones like Naxi and Shogun, Speedy, etc., etc. No one's really watching them, or no one's really watching the smaller YouTubers, right? Because the big YouTubers have more traction and have more, subscribers, obviously. So it kind of kills smaller channels, right? So it sucks. It does suck, but Grand Cross just isn't popping right now. It just really isn't. I mean, for example, I've just been leveling up my box. Like, I've just kind of been sitting here like, okay, which units can I level up, and which unit can I awaken? I mean, I got the money to do it anyway, but I haven't really been like, oh my god, I need to put out content, or oh my god, I need to do this, right? I've been thinking about the content I can release, and there's not too much content. I'm not going to kill myself trying to give you guys half-assed content. Like that's not going to happen, right? If I'm bringing you content, it's going to be something that I can enjoy, or that's something we can both enjoy. But again, the game's just been meh. Like, it just honestly has been meh. There's not much you can do. I mean, we have this event too, but again, you can only do this 3 times, and you only get, awakening stones, and then you get a SSR pendant, which is good, by the way. But still, it just sucks that we don't have much going on in the game, and it's sad to say, you know what I mean? Like, people will be like, oh, but we have the disaster event. We get to farm materials from this. I mean, yeah, you do, but it's like, okay, you farm, but you're not really playing the game. You're just auto farming it, right? You're not going into the game, farming. I mean, you're not playing it. You're just literally putting your phone down somewhere, letting it farm for hours and hours on end, and then clicking the screen, and then it's done. Like, that's not playing the game. That's just watching the game. That's just, letting you go, I don't know, watch some TV for like 3 hours and let this autoplay or something like that, right? It's not really playing it. It's just more so just autoing. And it's not that great. And the Camilla event isn't that fun either, because honestly, I've been slacking on it. I'm not even going to lie with you guys. But once I get all the costumes that I need, I don't really find the motivation to keep playing the boss over and over and over again, because once you get the exchange shop coins that you need to get all of the costumes, it's like, okay, well, now I'm bored and I don't have anything to do. And then again, they want you to go to PvP. Again, PvP is a focus on this game, right? It's one of the main drives of Grand Cross. However, not everybody wants to sit here and play PvP fighting glue eaters 24/7. That's not fun. That's irritating, and it just pisses people off, right? So not everyone wants to play because it just becomes boring. Like it just becomes boring. It becomes monotonous. It just becomes tiring. Like it's not fun, in my opinion. It's just not fun, right? So I mean, again, I do think they're holding out for the first year anniversary for Global. I think that's when we'll get like loads and loads of content, or potentially even next week leading in to the One Escanor's arrival on Global. But I mean, we'll see, right? I mean, nothing's written in stone, like nothing's set in stone. We will see what happens, but I am hoping that they aren't trying to, make it a push towards PvP by not releasing a lot of PvE content. I mean, again, just hasn't been much things popping off in the game recently. I can't, like, we have these special missions as well, but even this isn't, the greatest. I mean, it's nice to get free rewards, right? But nothing crazy. The Hulk Pass, again, nothing too crazy there either. So it just sucks, right? It just sucks to see that the game isn't alive at the moment. I don't think it's dying, but I do believe it is somewhat, dead right now at the current moment. But again, if you love the game, you'll find ways to make it enjoyable. I find ways to make it enjoyable. I just like playing PvP, using different team setups, even if I lose a lot of, rank, but it's fine. I think honestly, at the end of the day, it is more so about having fun and just finding that motivation to keep playing. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. You guys think it's dead? Do you guys think that it's a live game right now, it's popping? I'm just not looking at the the good things about it. Just let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, you guys, I will see you all next time.